Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving headfirst into a manga that doesn't just push boundaries, it absolutely obliterates them. We're talking about Jagaaan by Muneyuki Kaneshiro and Kensuke Nishida. If you're looking for something dark, disturbing, and deeply psychological, then buckle up, but because this one is a wild ride. So, what exactly is Jagaaan? Imagine a world where everyday frustrations, suppressed desires, and all those dark thoughts you keep hidden away suddenly manifest as grotesque, horrifying physical transformations. That's the core premise. Our protagonist is Shintaro Jagasaki, a disgruntled police officer who's just tired. He's stuck in a mundane life, a dissatisfying relationship, and he's got a lot of pent-up rage. Sounds relatable? Well, it gets worse. One day, mysterious entities called Fright-Worms appear, infecting people and twisting them into these monstrous forms called broken, each embodying their darkest, most suppressed desires. Jagasaki himself gets partially infected, and this grants him a terrifying ability. He can manifest his own suppressed desires as destructive powers, like his signature fracture bullet. Suddenly, this ordinary, frustrated guy is thrust into a world of grotesque violence, forced to fight these broken while grappling with the monster growing inside himself. It's a constant battle not just against external threats, but against his own inner darkness. Jagasaki's journey is the absolute psychological core of the series. He starts off cynical, almost nihilistic, but as he fights, he's constantly tested. His powers come directly from his suppressed urges, so every time he uses them, he's confronting the monstrous potential within himself. It's a fascinating, often uncomfortable character study. He's not your typical hero, he's an anti-hero, true and true, and that's part of what makes him so compelling for a mature audience. Then there's Nomen, a mysterious ally whose intentions are always a little ambiguous. She often guides, or perhaps even manipulates, Jagasaki, and her connection to the Fright-Worms adds so many layers of intrigue. The supporting cast is also fantastic, each character often embodying different facets of human desire and monstrosity, further enriching the manga's themes. Now, let's talk about what makes Jagaaan truly shine. First off, the art style. Kensuke Nishida's artwork is phenomenal. The detail, the dynamic action sequences, and especially the grotesque body horror are just unsettling good. The transformations of the broken are genuinely disturbing and visceral, and the art isn't just for shock value. It actively conveys the manga's themes of psychological decay and the blurring lines between human and monster. It's a huge reason why this manga has such a profound impact. Secondly, the psychological depth and thematic exploration are top tier. This isn't just a gore fest. It dives deep into suppressed desires, societal frustration, moral ambiguity, and the very nature of humanity. It makes you think about what you might become if your darkest urges were unleashed. The horror resonates because it taps into something deeply human. And finally, the pacing and action. This manga is relentless. The fight sequences are intense and well choreographed, and the narrative momentum keeps you absolutely hooked. You're constantly on the edge of your seat, wondering what fresh hell is going to break loose next. The unique premise of the Fright-Worms as a metaphor for internal demons is also incredibly strong. But, and this is a big but, Jagaaan is definitely not for everyone. The most common criticism, and one I completely understand, is the excessive gore and disturbing content. While it's integral to the manga's identity, it can be overwhelming, even gratuitous, for some readers. If you have a low tolerance for extreme violence, body horror, or intensively disturbing psychological themes, you need to be very, very cautious with this one. It pushes boundaries And that's both its greatest strength and its biggest barrier to a wider audience. While the pacing is generally praised, there are a few instances where the narrative flow might feel a little slow, especially during some character development moments or extended fight sequences. And as the world building expands, there can be minor inconsistencies or moments of convolution, but nothing that completely derails the experience. Finally, Yagasaki's anti-hero nature, while compelling, can make him a difficult protagonist to fully embrace. His cynicism and nihilism mean he often lacks traditional heroic qualities, which might be off-putting if you prefer clear moral guidance and more conventionally likable characters. So, who should read Jagaaan? Fans of dark, mature manga. If you actively seek out stories with explicit violence, psychological horror, and mature themes, this is for you. Body horror enthusiasts. If you appreciate grotesque transformations and visceral visual storytelling, Nishida's art will blow you away. Readers interested in anti-heroes. If you enjoy morally ambiguous protagonists and complex character studies, Yagasaki's journey is incredibly compelling. And fans of philosophical horror. If you like horror that makes you think about deeper societal and psychological issues, this manga really delivers. And who absolutely should not read this series? Sensitive readers, seriously. If extreme gore, graphic violence, or disturbing psychological themes bother you, steer clear of this manga. Younger audiences, this is strictly for mature readers, 18 plus or more. Readers preferring traditional heroes. If you like clear moral lines and straightforward good versus evil narratives, Yagasaki's cynicism and the manga's moral ambiguity will likely be off-putting. If you've braved the depths of Jagaaan and you're hungry for more, here are a few recommendations that share some of its dark DNA. Parasite de Maxime, for its body horror, parasitic transformations, and a protagonist struggling with his humanity. Berserk, if you want dark fantasy, intense violence, and a more morally complex anti-hero in a grim world. Chainsaw Man, for visceral action, bizarre monster designs, and dark humor amidst the horror. Gans, if you're into extreme violence, survival horror, and a stark look at human depravity in life or death situation. Tokyo Ghoul, for themes of identity, monstrosity, and characters struggling with their dual nature in a dark urban fantasy setting. Jagaaan is a powerful, uncompromising work. Its strengths lie in its incredible visceral artwork and its unflinching exploration of psychological depth and human darkness. It uses its explicit content not just for shock, but as a vehicle for profound commentary on societal frustration and suppressed desires. It's not an easy read, and it's definitely not for everyone, but for its target audience. It offers a unique and impactful experience that will stick with you long after you've turned the final page. It truly challenges you to confront the uncomfortable truths about human nature. So, have you read Jagaaan? What did you think? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this review, please hit that like button, subscribe for more manga content, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.